mezcalini, Danish smoked shrimp, smoked pickled quail eggs, bacon sundaes, smoked chocolate bread pudding, and hickory smoked ice cream with rum raisin butter sauce. From the DoubleTree by Hilton in Palm Springs, California, I'm Stephen Raichlen, and this is Project Smoke.
Yeah, these are smoked ribs.
When I started in barbecue, most people grilled three things, right? Hot dogs, hamburgers, and steak.
Ugh, awesome.
In the world of outdoor cooking, smoking is the next frontier.
It starts smoking almost instantaneously.
I want to take smoke out of the smokehouse, out of the smoker in the backyard, and bring it right into your kitchen, right into your dining room, right in front of you.
One of my favorite smoky cocktails comes from Oaxaca, Mexico, from a terrific restaurant and hotel called the Casa Oaxaca. I like to think of it as a cross between a margarita and a mojito. A cocktail like the mezcalini lives or dies by the freshness of its ingredients. Start by juicing fresh limes in a juicer. Next, place diced cucumber and yerba buena, or fresh mint, in the bottom of a glass pitcher. Muddle or crush these ingredients together with a muddler or the end of a wooden spoon. Next, add the fresh lime juice, simple syrup, orange-flavored liqueur, mezcal, stir to mix. Now prepare the glasses. Spread out smoked salt in a shallow dish. Rub the rims of martini glasses with cut lime. Invert the glass and dip it in the salt to encrust the rim with smoked salt. To smoke the mezcalini, partially cover the top of the pitcher with plastic wrap. Load a handheld smoker with hardwood sawdust. Switch on the fan and light the sawdust. Direct the smoke into the pitcher. Then remove the tube and tightly cover the pitcher with the plastic wrap. Let the smoke infuse into the mezcalini for 4 minutes. To serve, add ice to the mezcalini, then pour it into the martini glasses. Salud.
I always want to try a new restaurant. I always want to try a dish I haven't had before. For me, dining out, dining in general, it's about learning something. I love the creativity that goes behind food. We combine ingredients, we juxtapose flavors, and this is what's always fascinated me about food.
And action.
Many of the dishes on Project Smoke feature complex rubs and marinades. Our next dish features hyper-fresh shrimp seasoned almost solely with alderwood smoke. The fireworks come from a Danish mustard dill dipping sauce. Bornholm, Denmark may not be on your barbecue radar, but it sure was on mine. This island in the Baltic Sea was the epicenter of the Danish, dare I say the European smoked fish industry in the 19th and 20th century. Even today, you can see the white chimneys of the more than 120 smokehouses that dotted the island.
These are beautiful U12 shrimp. That means 12 to a pound. But what's really cool is they have the heads intact. What's the deal with the heads? First of all, delicious juices in the head. There's also a primal rustic beauty to a shrimp with its head on. So how do you devein a shrimp that has its head and shell intact? Well, take a pair of kitchen scissors, come in through the back, and just make a lengthwise cut down the back of the shrimp. Then grab a fork and reach in and catch the vein with the fork and pull the vein out. Let me show you another one. So again, with your kitchen scissors, just make a cut down the back of the shell. Then using the tine of a fork, come in, catch the vein, and pull it out. Okay, that's all there is to it. Then arrange the shrimp on the rack of your smoker. Now, lightly brush the shrimp with extra virgin olive oil and season with sea salt and freshly ground black pepper. Place this rack on top and I'll oil and season the same way. All right. To smoke the shrimp, I'm using an electric smoker. I fueled it with these alderwood sawdust discs. So open the smoker door and place the shrimp in the smoker. Smoker temperature, 275 degrees. Smoking time, 40 to 60 minutes, depending on the size of your shrimp. For the mustard dill sauce, first finely chop fresh dill. And you can place the dill in your mixing bowl. Then add Dijon mustard, brown sugar, and vegetable oil. And whisk these ingredients together to make a smooth sauce. There you go. Last of all, add sea salt and black pepper to taste. Let's go check on the shrimp. The shrimp sure look done. The way you tell, it's the squeeze test. You give them a little squeeze, they feel firm to the touch. And of course, beautifully bronzed with smoke, they're ready. Take one. I told you this was simple. And then you can place a few shrimp on a platter. You know, I'm not going to get super fussy about this. It's a very rustic dish. And in fact, you know, the way I like to serve, peel and eat shrimp as just piled into a bucket. Great, and now the part that I always look forward to. So first of all, to taste the shrimp, you want to twist the head off the body. And then be sure and suck those juices. Briny, smoky, and delicious. Then peel the shrimp. And remember, part of the pleasure of this dish is that you get to eat it with your bare hands. All right? Then dip the shrimp in the mustard sauce. Outstanding. Such a nice smoky flavor, and it's really just all about the shrimp and the wood smoke. Nice spice from the mustard, bright highlights from the dill. Great way to cook shrimp. The meat of the show, the nuts and bolts of the show is how to make all this great food in a smoker. But if you look behind the recipe, you'll see I'm very much fascinated by where the dish comes from, why it's called what it's called, what were the cultural influences that came together to make this dish possible.
That's it, table it, table it.
We have some storm weather coming in, and the wind is getting too strong, and we got some rain, and we're now going to move to another mode of shooting. We're going to go do the montage sequences.
I first tasted smoked pickled quail eggs at an amazing restaurant in Copenhagen, Denmark called Noma. The smoking and pickling are traditional Danish methods for preserving foods during the long, harsh winter. To smoke the quail eggs, bring a large saucepan of water to a boil. Add the quail eggs and boil for 90 seconds. Then transfer the quail eggs to a bowl of ice water. Let chill for 2 minutes. Return the quail eggs to the boiling water and boil for 6 minutes. Return them to the ice water and chill until cold. This double boiling, double chilling process makes the quail eggs easier to peel. Tap each quail egg at the narrow end to crack the shell and gently peel the quail egg. To smoke the quail eggs, I'm using a stovetop smoker. Place 2 tablespoons of hardwood sawdust and hay at the bottom of the stovetop smoker. Insert the drip pan and place the perforated smoking tray on top. Arrange the quail eggs on the smoking tray. Run the burner on high and cover the smoker with the vent open until you see smoke. Then reduce the heat and smoke the eggs until they are lightly bronzed with smoke, 8 to 12 minutes. Meanwhile, prepare the pickling liquid. Place water, fruit or rosehip vinegar, and salt in a mixing bowl, and whisk until the salt is dissolved. Transfer the eggs to a rack and let cool. Add the smoked eggs to the pickling mixture and let them pickle for about 10 minutes. Remove the eggs from the pickling mixture and drain well. Then serve in a bowl on a bed of hay. If you've never had a hard-cooked quail egg smoked and pickled, these will come as a revelation. Amazing.
For dessert, I wanted to give you my own twist on the bacon mania sweeping the country. It's a sundae that I had at the Miller Union restaurant in Atlanta. Bacon, maple syrup, and ice cream. May sound strange, but if you think about it, the sweet, the salty, the smoky, they go together great. Start with thinly slivered smokehouse bacon. Add it to a hot cast iron skillet and cook until the fat renders and the bacon browns and crisps. Add finely chopped walnuts and brown in the bacon fat. Pour the browned bacon and nuts through a strainer to drain off the fat. Return the bacon and nuts to the skillet. Add maple syrup for sweetness and red wine vinegar for punch. Stir the mixture and boil until thick and syrupy. Meanwhile, grill bacon slices on a raised rail grate until browned and crisp on both sides. Give each slice a quarter turn halfway through to lay on a crosshatch of grill marks. Note how the raised rail grates cook the bacon with minimal flare-ups. Transfer the bacon to a cast iron platter to cool. Next, make smoked whipped cream. Pour heavy cream into the canister of a whipped cream siphon. Add maple syrup to sweeten it.
Partially cover the mouth of the canister with plastic wrap. Load a handheld smoker with hardwood sawdust. Ignite the sawdust using a butane match. Insert the rubber smoking tube into the canister and fill it with wood smoke. Tightly cover the canister with plastic wrap to hold in the smoke. Let the smoke infuse in the cream for 4 minutes. Uncover the canister and screw on the lid. Attach the CO2 cartridge. Shake the siphon 8 or 10 times to mix the cream, syrup, and wood smoke. Scoop your favorite vanilla ice cream into sundae glasses. Spoon the bacon walnut topping over the ice cream. Spoon the topping over a second sundae as well. Pipe smoked maple whipped cream on top of each sundae. Sprinkle with ground cinnamon. Finally, insert a grilled bacon slice upright in each sundae glass. Bacon sundaes with smoked whipped cream. It's the ultimate Project Smoke dessert. I believe that smoking is almost as old as cooking itself. It certainly is universal. I mean, you find smoked foods throughout Europe, throughout Latin America, throughout North America. If you put a satay master from Indonesia next to a tandoori man from India, next to an asado cook from Argentina, next to a Texas pitmaster, they might not speak the same language, but I guarantee in 5 minutes they'd be communicating.
I discovered this dessert at the Alden and Harlow restaurant in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Edible proof of the power of wood smoke to transform a commonplace dish into something radically new and different. To smoke the bread pudding, I'm using an electric smoker. Fuel it with the hardwood of choice and preheat it to 250 degrees. Arrange cubed brioche in a single layer on the smoker racks and place in the smoker. Smoke until the bread cubes are firm and toasted, 30 to 45 minutes. Meanwhile, make the custard. Place the cream, milk, sugar, and salt in a heavy saucepan. Cut the vanilla bean in half lengthwise and scrape the tiny black seeds into the cream. Then add the vanilla bean halves. Bring to a boil over medium heat, stirring until the sugar dissolves. Add half the chocolate. Stir until it's melted. Return the pan to a low heat if the chocolate needs help melting. Place eggs, egg yolks, and the remaining sugar in a large heat-proof bowl and whisk until smooth. Whisk in the hot cream mixture little by little so as not to curdle the eggs. Add the smoked bread cubes and fold until the bread has completely absorbed the custard. Sprinkle the top with the remaining chopped chocolate, stirring the pieces into the pudding. Place the bread pudding into a buttered skillet. Raise the temperature of your smoker to 325 degrees. Smoke the bread pudding until puffed and browned on top and the custard is set, 40 to 60 minutes. You can serve the smoked chocolate bread pudding hot or cold. The combination of chocolate and wood smoke will take your breath away.
and ready, go.
Is there any food you can't smoke? Prior to this, you might have said ice cream. I love this dish because it shows how wood smoke gives you a radical new perspective on a food you've eaten your whole life. I give you hickory smoked ice cream with homemade rum raisin butter sauce. These are beautiful local raisins, and you want to soak them in rum to cover until soft. To smoke the ice cream, we're using a water smoker. I built a hotbed of coals in the firebox, then place the smoke chamber on top, and normally you'd fill the water pan with water, but to keep the ice cream frozen, fill the water pan with ice. Now place the grate on top. Normally, I soak wood chips to slow down the rate of combustion. Here, I want to generate as much smoke as possible, as quickly as possible, so the ice cream doesn't melt. So open the front hatch and add our hickory chips directly to the fire. And close the front hatch and place the ice cream in a bowl with ice in the smoker and place the lid on top. You'll smoke the ice cream for 3 to 5 minutes, just long enough to coat the outside with a patina of wood smoke. Let me show you the rum raisin sauce. First, melt the butter in a cast iron skillet. Once the butter's melted, add the brown sugar, and rum and raisins. Bring the mixture to a boil and cook until thick and syrupy. So the rum raisin sauce is ready. Let's check on the ice cream. Wow. How cool is this? Thanks to the ice in the water pan and the ice under the ice cream has stayed solid, but it is definitely smoke scented. So to serve it, we'll take a scoop of the ice cream, or even 2 scoops of the smoked ice cream, and on top, we'll spoon the rum raisin butter sauce. Oh yeah. And now a bite. Oh man, this is all about contrast. The hot rum raisin sauce, the cold ice cream, the sweetness of the brown sugar and ice cream, the smoke from the hickory chips. This is unlike any ice cream you've ever tasted. Mezcalini, Danish smoked shrimp, smoked pickled quail eggs, bacon sundaes, smoked chocolate bread pudding, and hickory smoked ice cream with rum raisin butter sauce. See you next time. Come on in, guys. That's cool, huh?
More, definitely.
Are we recording video or are these still
Is this
photos?
yeah.
This is a video.
Does my hair look okay?
It was wonderful.
You sure? Am I a little shiny?
No, you're good.
Oh, good one.
Uncover this like that and butter, and then land it on the.
Okay, and why is this bowl here?
That's what I asked. I don't know. He's like, oh no, I need it all. I put it there.
Do me a favor, whatever the most delicious meatless thing that comes out of the kitchen today,
Don't let me
make
have
sure
any.
that Richard doesn't get any, okay?